We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight, we're on to week 2 in the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Washington Commanders. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts, as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. They'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. They run it with Ward. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down. You talk about this Lions defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
Well, this is caught by Williams. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. They'll look to throw again. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Random, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's gone. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down. They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs, taken down at the 42. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit! Jahmyr Gibbs, 68 yards. And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Second quarter down from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And McLaurin, the motion man right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Back to throw here. It's Williams on the catch. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. On the ground with Ward. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in the touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
3rd and 8. Here's gone. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On second down, here's Goff. They'll find Williams on the slant. McGoff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
A gain of 9 yards.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On first down, it's gone. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And they're going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well. It's a down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
It's gonna be a good day, boys.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Commanders 17.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air, really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Throw right side, complete to Williams. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a lot. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And that's the obvious risk you run with a long field goal, lower trajectory, greater chance of having it blocked like it was.
And a lot more pressure on your protection team because, as you noted, longer field goal, it's going to come out a little bit lower. So that means you got to get those hands down and out of the lanes. That didn't happen.
Yeah, great job picking it up and giving them great field position. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to...
Hey, let's go, fellas. Come on, man.
Playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end,
touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff.
And the Lions take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Washington.
Dawson Knox with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in
And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for two.
They're going to try and run. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I look at repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Goff. Now he's into the clear again.
And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to run this with a tight end. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's gone.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Lions are on their way to a 2-0 start. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand
A field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Brings up second and 11 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, what are they, about 95% chance of winning it?
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken around the 12. A good return there, 17 yards.
And the Commanders will take over with a first and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now.
And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, throws like that, especially where we sit in the fourth quarter, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, and you know one of my faults is that I often view this game through a defensive back's eyes. And in this situation, your team's losing, it's late, tighter coverage, take a chance and go and try and step in front of one of those and make a big play. So if you're the quarterback, that should be in your head. This is their time to take a gamble.
And quickly they get to the line. Back to throw again. And that's It's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right.
That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time on the clock.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Goff.
Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprising face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This is 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. That is caught. He'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been ripped up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Back to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Down to their final play. They've got to get in the end zone. That's part 1. Part 2, the 2-point conversion.
Throw the 2-point conversion right out of their mind. That's what they have to do. What you said is accurate. In the end zone, have to score a touchdown for that to even matter.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, they're out of timeout, so this one has to be in the end zone. So make sure you have your fastest guys and your best sleepers on the field for this play.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
This ball intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show